Welcome to yoga. Today we are going to do a yoga practice for all levels. This is a great yoga practice if you are a beginner or if you are pregnant. I am 38 weeks pregnant, so I will modify a little bit. Feel free to practice as you wish. If you are pregnant, make sure that you consult with your doctor before doing any of these exercises and that you are cleared and good to go. Have fun? Ready? Let's practice. All right, so we're gonna begin on our mats in a pose called child's pose. So you'll take your knees wide and your big toes touch and place your forehead down to the mat. Stretch your arms forward and take a couple really deep breaths in and out of your nose. And extend the arms forward. Your next inhale, come on forward to tabletop pose. So you'll bring your shoulders right over your wrists and bring your knees right below your hips. Roll through a few cat-cow poses. Really practicing coordinating the movement and the breath. And now come to a neutral spine, so that's where your head, neck, and your spine is aligned. Walk your knees back a few inches. Spread out your fingers very evenly, wide, and then push down through your arms, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog pose. So you can really bend the knees deep in dog and stretch your hips up and back. Press down through your arms and forward. Just feel the spine get a little bit more space. And now walk your hands to your feet. You can take your feet quite wide, especially if you are pregnant, and you'll bend your knees. And you can let your head go down, grab your elbows or your ankles, and sway a little bit, side to side. And touch back down, walk your hands forward, downward dog. From downward dog, look forward, walk your feet to your hands. This can be hard, so you take your feet wide if you need to. Bend your knees, take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, lift your arms up, take your head down. Just breathe upside down. It's nice to get some blood flow to the brain. Then release your arms, you'll roll up to stand. It's nice and slow. You would get to the top, take your arms up over your head, interlace your fingers, turn your palms up, and bring your feet right below your hips. We'll stretch up through your spine, breathe in, and bend over to the right as you breathe out. Inhale, come back up to this center line, and as you exhale, go over to the left and hips to the right. Inhale, come on back up to the center line, and as you exhale, release your arms down beside you. Take a breath in, and a breath out. Next inhale, strengthen the legs, reach your arms up over your head. As you exhale, bend your knees, bow forward, fold, and touch your mat, and drop your head. Breathe in, halfway lift. And breathe out, step the left foot to the back of the mat, put the back knee down. Inhale, bring your arms up into low lunge and hold the left wrist. Lift your chest. Breathe in, bend to the right as you breathe out. Inhale, come back up towards the center line. As you exhale, touch down, take downward dog pose. Inhale, come on forward to high plank position. As you exhale, drop your knees to the floor and lower your chest halfway down. Inhale, point your toes, lift your chest up. So gentle back bend in the upper back. Then exhale, use your knees or lift your knees up, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back, downward dog pose. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Open the right arm up towards the sky, take your left hand wide. And then push your legs down into the mat and lift your back thigh really high. Take a breath in, and then breathe out. Touch down, look forward, step forward. Feet hip distance or wider, and bow. Breathe in, halfway lift. And breathe out, bow forward, fold, head down. Hands to hips, elbows up. Inhale, stand up, and take your arms up over your head. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms up, breathe in. Bend left side as you breathe out. Inhale, bring it back up, and exhale over to the right. Inhale, come back up. Take your feet right below your hips and your hands to your lower back. Lift your chest as you breathe in, and then open up your chest as you breathe out. Inhale, come back up. Catch your hips, exhale, bow forward, fold all the way down, touch your mat. Take your feet as wide as comfortable. Breathe in, halfway lift, and breathe out, left foot steps back. Put your back knee down. Inhale, take your arms up. Hold on to your left wrist, lift your chest, and bend over to the right. Good. Breathe in, come back up, and breathe out, touch down, downward dog pose. Breathe in, come forward to high plank. And then breathe out, put your knees down and lower your chest down halfway. You can always keep your knees lifted. Breathe in, lift your chest up. And breathe out, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward dog. Inhale, the left leg lifts up. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Take your right hand wide. Inhale, lift your left arm up towards the sky. Take a breath in. Lift your back thigh a little higher. And then look down and breathe out. Touch down, step forward. Feet as wide as needed and bow. Halfway lift, breathe in. Bow, fold, and breathe out. Squat into malasana. You breathe in. And lower your hips as you breathe out. Inhale, lift your hips up. Turn your toes in, heels out. And exhale, bow forward, fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. And breathe out, bow forward, fold. Catch your hips, elbows go up. Inhale, stand up. Take your arms up over your head. And then exhale, hands to the lower back. Feet hip distance, lift chest, breathe in, and go back, bending any amount, breathe out. Inhale, rise to stand, and exhale, release your arms down. So a little more warmed up. Press your legs down, inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, bow forward, fold all the way down, touch your mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, left foot steps back. Spin your back foot down flat to the floor and align your right heel to your back middle arch. Come onto fingertips and lower your hips. And press down through your feet. And then inhale, rise up, warrior two. Turn your upper body towards the left and take your arms into a T. So you can always lift your hips up a little bit, and then as you breathe out, lower your hips a little bit lower. So get some strength in the hips, but also opening. Turn your palms up, breathe in, and take into goddess warrior, breathe out. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Exhale to side angle pose. Rest your right forearm to your thigh, but very lightly lift your chest up towards the sky, and then sweep your top arm over your ear. And push strongly through the back leg, left foot down, front knee bends. Breathe in, lift your chest up. And breathe out, touch down, take downward facing dog. So you can always stay in downward dog or try vinyasa. Come forward, high plank, breathe in. Knees down or knees lifted, lower halfway, exhale. Back bend, breathe in. And downward dog, breathe out. Look forward, step your left foot forward, spin your right foot flat. And just lining up left heel to the back arch. Bend your front knee, and then bring hands to hips. And then you can come on up, take your arms into a T. Just want to watch front knee isn't collapsing inwards. You take the outside of your left knee towards your little toe side and press your back leg really straight. And bend your front knee. Turn your palms up, breathe in, and reverse into goddess. Right hand down the back thigh, left arm up. Give a good push through your legs, breathe in. Warrior two, you breathe out. Take a breath in, lift your chest. into side angle prep. Left forearm to the thigh, right arm up. You can sweep your top arm over your ear. Get a really strong, long connection and extension through the right side of the body. Make your back leg straight, inhale. And then exhale, you'll touch down, come into downward dog. So you can always stay there in dog pose, or inhale, you'll come on forward into high plank position. Exhale, knees can come down, lower halfway. Back bend, breathe in. So you wanna lift your chest and bring your chest up and through your arms. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Look forward, step your right foot forward. Spin your back foot flat and come to warrior two. Get into your feet. Now straighten your front leg. Move your hips back a little, reach your right arm forward and take triangle pose. Right hand to right shin, left arm up towards the sky. So you want to feel as though you're drawing your shoulders and your upper body back, just gently towards your right thigh. Top arm can sweep over the ear. Right fingertips can touch the floor or hover or to shin. Breathe in. And look down, breathe out, touch down. Come to downward dog. Step your left foot forward. Spin your back foot flat. Come warrior two position. And straighten your front leg. Now move your hips to the right, reach your left arm forward. We'll take it to triangle pose. Left hand to left shin, top arm up. So you want to keep a bit more of a lift through the left side waist and get it a little longer. Back leg straight, front knee can micro bend slightly and take your left buttocks in and then start to make your front leg slowly, not fully straight, but just so you're not hyperextending the front leg. Taking the top arm up, you can even sweep the top arm over ear. Good, breathe in and breathe out. Touch down, you'll come to downward dog pose. Let's do a vinyasa. High plank, breathe in. Lower halfway, breathe out. Back bend, breathe in. And downward dog, breathe out. Step your right foot forward and place your back knee to the floor. Take your right foot wide and your left hand wide. So lower the hips towards the floor and then gently lift your right arm up towards the sky. So we can stay here. This is really nice to open the hips. Front left thigh gets a nice stretch. Pull the two legs in, lift your chest up, turn your belly towards the right. Maybe bend your back knee and you'll see if you can catch your back foot inside or outside the back foot. And you're pulling your left heel a little bit closer, like closing the gap between the left glute and the left heel. Really nice quad stretch. Roll the left shoulder back, roll right shoulder back, breathe in. And then breathe out, release, touch down, downward dog. Step left foot forward, place right knee down, right hand wide. Inhale, lift your left arm up to the sky. So you start to turn your belly and your chest to the left. So first lowering your hips, so you're coming off your back kneecap. Then you can bend your back knee and you can stay here, this is a nice stretch. Or then you reach back and you see if you can catch your right foot with your left hand. Not easy, so you may even place your right hand up on a block or a little bit higher up, and then it's a little bit easier to find your back foot. And release. Touch down, downward facing dog. Let's come forward, high plank, breathe in. Lower halfway as you breathe out. Back bend, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Move to pigeon, so look forward. Bring your right knee a little bit wider than your right hip. Walk your back leg back. So we're getting now into the outer right hip opening. You can always sit on the outer edge of the right hip and feel the nice stretch in your hip joint lower. Your belly is too big to lower, you would stay upright. You can also lie on your back. If lying on your back is okay, thread the needle, or you'll stay upright and allow your hips to settle down to the earth, and then you can also start to come forward. A few more breaths. Walk your hands back, downward dog pose. Let's take it to the left side, left knee forward. It's a little bit wider than your left hip. Right leg back. Come up onto fingertips. Let your hips start to settle towards the earth. Lift your spine up. You can stay here, like great hip opening, or you'll come forward and fold. And walk your hands back, downward dog pose. We'll do our last vinyasa. So we'll practice high plank, breathe in. Knees can come down or lifted, lower halfway, breathe out. Back bend, breathe in. And dog pose as you breathe out. Rise to your toes, come to your knees, sit. Now I really like this stretch. This is a great one. Open up the legs, open up hamstrings, hips. So lift your hips up, move them back. Ground your legs down, check your feet, second toe, center ankle alignment. Lift your chest, breathe in. And you can start to come forward and fold when you breathe out. You can reach for your feet. Sometimes it's nice to grab a hold of something. Open your chest, open up into the front of the body, lengthen your spine to fold. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, draw feet together, lift chest, breathe in, and then you can bow or stay upright for Baddha Konasana. This is hip opening, but also helps to relieve a little bit of lower back tightness. Inhale, rise all the way up. Bring knees together. We'll lower to our backs. So as long as this is okay, you're not so comfortable laying on your back, you can lay on your side. So we can also lie down, put your legs up the wall, or we'll do one bridge on your back. You're okay on your back. Set your feet hip distance parallel. Push the back of the arms down and open your chest. Push the back of your head down, open your throat. And then lift your hips up. So once you lift your hips up, you'll feel the legs are working, glutes are working, hips lifting. You can stay here or walk your arms underneath, root elbows, and then the wrists. This opens the chest and shoulders. This a really couple big breaths, lifting your chest closer and closer towards your chin. Then release down to the floor. That's always so good. Take your arms out wide, feet wide. Pick up your hips, move them a little bit over towards the right, and then let your knees fall left. And turn your belly and your head to the right. Inhale, come back up, lift your hips up, move them over left, and then your knees will fall to the right, and you can turn your belly and head left. Inhale, come on back up. Then keep left foot down. Bring your hips back to center. Lift your right leg up, and you can hold onto your right ankle or your right foot. Have happy baby pose. Switch, right leg down. Grab a hold of your left foot. Some hip opening. Oh, it feels good. This is very, very nice to open the lower back. And realign your spine. You could do full happy baby pose. This doesn't feel so good. Hug your legs in. That doesn't feel good. Just hold the backs of the knees. And then put the legs in the air and just shake them out a little bit. Shake your arms up into the air and shake them out a little bit. And then release into Shavasana. So it'll give you as much time as you'd like to lie on your side. You can sit in meditation or lie on your back for a moment. Just connect with some stillness. A few breaths. And when you do awaken, you'll wiggle the fingers and toes. Take your arms over your head, get a big stretch. Bend your knees, roll over to one side. And come on up and sit. Just take a moment to acknowledge that you spent a little time for yourself today, which is so important. Take time for you. Acknowledge that you've connected with yourself for this time as well, just to connect a little bit more into your body and your mind, your spirit, your breath. Feel free to bring hands to your heart. Bow your chin to your chest, lift your chest to your chin. Just a moment here in deep gratitude for your body, your health, and you. Deep breath in. Out the mouth. Namaste. Thank you for coming in and practicing with me, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this yoga practice. If you did, make a little comment below. Remember to subscribe, to like, and to share it. Share this with a friend and share it with someone you know, maybe someone that's pregnant that could use a little movement and a little connection with breath and their body and this time. Stay tuned for more videos coming up this year. I'm really excited to share with you as we move forward in this journey. See you soon.